piston and connecting rod comparison on a Daza. This is because he asked me one friend of mine to do it. Again, I don't have a time for that, but yeah, it's a favor to a friend of mine. Alright. It's not something, I already know that. I have to do that for me, for myself, long time ago. Okay. In any case, what do we have here? We have a stock piston, we have an aftermarket piston, an aftermarket piston, an aftermarket piston. I don't want to say the brand. Okay, just how are we gonna do that with one hand? I don't understand. We're gonna see about that, right? I have to put the phone on the stand. Alright. Used one, brand new. Fine. Let's start with the weight first. Let's start with the weight. Get a pen and paper. Keep in mind, alright, that the piston, when it's traveling from the bottom dead center to top dead center, it has to stop and then it has to go down again. And then when it reaches at bottom dead center, it has to stop and then it has to go up again. Right? Keep also this in your mind. Let's say also something for the piston rings. Piston rings. Different if you have low friction piston rings, different if you have a smooth bore cylinder without a cross hatch. Okay? Different if you have, let us say, 35 or 40 degrees cross hatch inside the cylinder. It depends what piston rings you are using. It's different, let us say, like I've said 1,000,000 times before, it's different the low friction piston rings. Okay? And you need specific tension also on the piston rings. Different to use piston rings that's like this. Again, my opinion, these piston rings, they need a cross hatch. Again, I have to repeat again to don't have any misunderstanding. It's my opinion, alright? Nice, fine, okay. Let's get the weight, get a pen and paper, because me, I'm not gonna write it. I'm gonna just show you. I have already written it. Stock piston, 333.3, and it's missing the safe. Okay, it's just only the piston, nothing more, nothing less. Aftermarket piston, 324. Obviously, it's just the piston, nothing more, nothing less. Aftermarket piston with much more support. Okay. 319.3. Aftermarket piston, used one. Okay. 276.7. Wrist speed, stock, 123.7. Aftermarket, 122.8. $137.5. Bigger wrist pin. Okay, it's not the same. 108.6. Fine. Get the stock connecting rod. $610.9. Aftermarket connecting rod. 551.5. Aftermarket connecting rod. 501.8. Screw it, I'm not gonna put it here. It's too much, right? Okay. Then each piston, it's measured in one specific point. Okay, there is my way, let us say. I don't know if anybody else doing it this way. Then there is the way, like what they're saying, let us say the gentlemen, there is this dot, one dot here and one dot here. This dot indicates where you're gonna measure the piston. And it says to you, ½ inch from the bottom of the skirt here. It's 13 millimeters, if I'm right. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, the actual weight is 321 grams, is it? Let me see. It's the average, this one. Yeah, very close. Yeah, very close. Okay. What I want to say then? Wait, where is it? Dang it. It was written somewhere here and now I cannot find it. Ah, here, sorry. Measure piston diameter at ½ inch, 13 millimeters, up from the bottom of the skirt. And they're adjusting for the 3.248 inches, 82.5 millimeters, okay? They're saying set clearance to 0.1 millimeter. 0.101, okay, yeah. 0.1 of millimeter, alright? It may require more clearance. This piston, it's 2618. This you're gonna expand. You're gonna expand much more than the stock one. All right. So you need 0.1 of millimeter, 1/10 of millimeter expansion. If you go here and you put it and measure it 82.4, the piston at this position. 1 second. Let's put it from up, scrolling it down, going there. 1 second. Sorry. So there at these dots you see that's 82.4. okay, let's take it out. Fine, no scratch, nice, beautiful. 82.4, our cylinders say 2.5, 82.51, it's welcome. Okay, so that means we have at least 0.1 to 0.11 clearance. That's what's adjusting for the piston. All right. Then compare the stock one. Stock one, I didn't touch the. Usually I'm making a mark on that, but I didn't touch it, the micrometer. Okay, so you see where's the 82.4, because clearly it's bigger, this piston. It's not 2618. All right, it doesn't have so much expansion. It's not rattling, if you're asking me. Let's check this one. It's a used one, but again doesn't have so much. This one, it's passing. Okay. I might measure it later on. We're gonna see. Let's check this one. This is also used one, by the way. If you put this one here, you see that's very similar to the stock piston. Okay, what does mean that one? It's not 2618. Nope. Okay, so then I have a filler gauge. I have the 0.05 and I have the 0.13. Some people, they're measuring it also like this. Let me bring the stand 1 second to put over there the camera. Give me a second. All right, now stock piston. Let's go here in the center. You're watching there? Yeah, okay. Stock piston. This one's the 0.05 millimeter. Where is it? Come on. Okay, 0.05 and this is the 0.13. Alright? So 0.05. Okay. Let me make it a bit more straight. Doesn't go full inside. This is just to understand from the phone. Alright, I'm still keeping the 0.05. Aftermarket piston. .05. This is the 0.13. 0.13. Aftermarket piston 0.05. Alright. Aftermarket piston 0.05, similar to the stock one. Okay. Now, I'm gonna say my opinion, like I said earlier, out of experience. Alright. Now, 2618 piston. If, let us say, if I'm gonna put on my engine 2618, alright, it's not gonna be for daily use. It's not gonna be for daily use because my experience shows me that this one, it won't gonna last. Not because it's not strong, but because of the rattling. Okay, I might be wrong. I'm just saying. Okay, now these days it's, they change so many things. Maybe they change something and they make it better, and I don't know that. Example. All right. So, what I mean by that, if it was for a racing application for dragster, let us say that you have a season, it's gonna be fine. All right. Actually, if you tune it, let us say, if you don't tune it hot, if you're not trying to squeeze it and get the last horsepower, and you lean it up to get as much as possible power, let us say, it will gonna be okay. If you warm it up so much and expand, you know that it's running inside the cylinder, so you're not gonna have anywhere to go. You get my point. Then in every cold start, you're gonna have some sound, probably. Maybe not at the beginning, later on it might be. Now this block, it's almost new, it might not be the case. Again, anything more than 0.1 of millimeter, it can cause rattling at this bore size. I have proved that before actually. I don't know if I have a video of that. Yeah, okay. There is one way, let us say, on this piston, if you preheat the coolant and the engine oil and expand, let us say, again, we're not gonna expand the same because we're never gonna reach on the temperature, but we're gonna be much more close to reach at the temperature or temperature of this piston, you might get away with that. That's what I have to say. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? This one is not suffering, do whatever you like with that. But again, all the pistons, they're suffering from the temperatures. Pressures and temperatures, these two, they're going together. Okay? To use 2618 on a daily use, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna find out. You have a different piston rings. Like I said, I'm gonna like to have low friction piston rings. Or if you see, let us say, on the Golf, the 2.5 cylinder bore, let us say that it has different crosshatch inside. It's not a crosshatch, it's like an oval. It's demonstrating, it's reaching, let us say, to these cylinders that are for low friction piston rings. It's not good to seal the cylinder by 100%. Yes, you're gonna make more power, but you're gonna make more temperatures and you're gonna have also more pressures. The cylinder, let us say, that has burned piston rings, it can accept more ignition timing and more pressure inside. Yes, you're gonna have a blow by, but you're gonna hold it much more, let us say. And I'm stopping there. The cylinder that you're gonna seal better, even this one or this one, it's not the ideal for a racing application. It's not a stock application. Don't think that, you know what, okay, I'm gonna run Lambda 1, I'm gonna put the ignition timing to the sky, and with a 3 bar of boost, and I'm gonna get away with that. It won't gonna happen. You're increasing so much the pressures. If I have to go, let us say, for racing, and I have to go all in, and it's for a season, yes, I will gonna choose this. For daily use, I'm gonna choose this. If you're asking me, this one and this one, I'm not gonna choose it. But that's me. It does matter, my opinion. All right. So, I'm not here to advertise anything, by any means. I don't care what you're gonna bring me, what you're gonna get. Me, I'm an employee. I don't have any profit, I'm not making money, let us say, by any means. Now there is another one measurement, the volume of each piston. It's not gonna happen today. I have spent time now for that. This is one idea, just one comparison, and honestly, I don't know if this is a stock Daza or if it's from a Golf. I'm not sure about it. It doesn't matter so much. It's similar. Okay. Compression height. You want to see the compression height? It's supposed to be all of them the same. Let's check the compression height. Yeah. One thing that I like on this one. Sorry for the end. The cut relief for the valve. See where it is. You see? It's nice and beautiful. All right. What I don't like on this one. On this. See how close is the cut. This is, I don't like it. You're gonna say, who cares what you like and what you don't like, right? Compression height, it's supposed to be the same. Compression height, they're calling it compression distance. Okay, this is supposed to be 2959 on this one. Let's see the rest. Just give me a second to get some measurements. Okay, 29.26 millimeters for this one. This one I found it 29.65. Here it says 29.59. It might be me, okay? I'm just to have a comparison. I'm very close, okay? 29.26, 29.65, 29.37, and the stock one 29.55. All right. So we are a little bit lower here at this one, and yeah, I have to measure the disc. Not today, gentlemen. Some other day. I'm gonna measure the disc here. The volume. Yep. That's it for now. That's what I have in front of me. I don't know if I have a chance that we're gonna continue today with the engine. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, we're gonna see. Did I start? I think I make the first video. I didn't put any Golf piston here. I have some Golf pistons. I'm gonna make it with Daza. Just keep in mind that it's important what piston you're gonna choose. If it's for daily use or if you're driving the car once every month, let us say. It depends what cylinder you have, what pistoning you're gonna choose. Example, if I put, let us say, this pistoning or this pistoning or this pistoning on an M157 example, I'm gonna destroy the cylinder wall. This is one example, okay? But again, this, because it's running, let us say it's gonna run on this doesn't mean that's the correct setup. It depends who you're asking, all right? At the end of the day, you can even put this piston back again with a burned piston rings. It will gonna run, it will gonna make a boost, you're gonna make also power, you're gonna have blow by. It will gonna last because you're not gonna let the same pressures inside the combustion chamber. Yeah, you can explode, you can burn, you can destroy a fresh built engine much easier than an engine that has already 100,000 kilometers. Another one thing, when you're opening an engine and you're planning to use again the same pistons, use the pistons in the same cylinders from where you remove it. Why? Because the run out that has a cylinder, it happened together with the piston. That means different run out will gonna have, let us say, one cylinder, different the second, different the third, different the fourth, different the fifth. So if you remove, let us say, one piston to change the piston rings, for example, or just to clean the carbon and then put by again in, because if you have a clean cylinder wall when it does have a cross hatch and you have a low friction piston rings, you may get away if it has a good tension on the piston ring. I'm just saying. So don't mix up the pistons. It's not gonna be good. Try to mark it and write, let us say, and use it again in the same position. Yeah, that's what I have to say. It's a favor for a friend, all right? It doesn't matter, my opinion, just what you have in front of you. Each one, he should choose what piston he's gonna use for the application. Better ask your tuner, actually, to be more safe. Your tuner, he's gonna tell you that, you know what, I'm planning to run hot, let us say, I'm planning to run, let us say, lambda 0.82 with a too much ignition timing, for example. Make something, let us say, that's gonna last. example. It's the same thing also with the piston ring gap. The piston ring gap, let us say, if it's a natural aspirated and it's a stock application, you can be tight. But if it's a turbocharger application and it's hot, you can expand different the piston ring. So you need a bigger gap to survive. Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem. Also, this mentioned on the papers for the ring end gap, okay, and also this one definitely it should have here, all right. It says to you race only, nitrous race only, drag race, okay, high performance street strip, all right. It says to you which one's the minimum, which one's the maximum. Pay attention to the small details. And for those who has experience, and you see not only on this one, in different brands also, you understand which one is gonna last and which one is not gonna last. You're gonna see which one need, let us say, more fuel to run a little bit more cold the combustion chamber inside, and which one you can push it more and you're gonna get away with that. The piston ring gap that I'm making here, let us say, in this case I asked the owner, okay? I'm going, whatever he's asking me to do, that's what I'm doing. It's not my setup. They're bringing the parts. I can give my opinion only. Now, how you gonna end up? Again, for me, I'm following whatever says on the paper, whatever they're asking me. From my experience, I'm not going with this gap. I'm going with a little bit bigger gap to be safe. That's it. That's what I have to say. Thank you very much.